population of rugby ticket holders who have arrived so far.
The Cup quarter-final, Canada versus Samoa. Samoa 8th on the HSBC Sevens World Series points table going into Wellington. Canada 12th. And they have played quite a few times over the years, 29 times in fact. And it is Samoa leading the stats, 27 wins and just 2 losses. But the last time they met was in Dubai in December 2011. That was in the bowl quarter-final. Canada won on that occasion, 26 points to 17. Samoa not having a very good tournament in Dubai. And here's the Canadian team that's been quite impressive here. Braid, Dala, Trainer, Duke, Hirayama, Hearn and Paris, and the head coach is Gerard John, who's doing a wonderful job with them. And Samoa, well, they've got a lot of experience. You only have to look at number 6, Uali Mai there, one of the greatest sevens players ever. And they make their way out onto the paddock now. The Canadians with the red and white, black tops. Samoa in the traditional blue and white. And they've got some fans in the stand. Samoa, in fact, had a wonderful tournament over the years at Wellington, the Samoans. All the Pacific Islanders have a lot of support, obviously.
Well, I guess, Greg, it's the nearest home game they'll get on the IRB circuit. Years ago, we went up to Suva for a couple of years. That tournament dropped off the tour. I'm very keen on the sevens in Suva and in Samoa. A number of top tournaments played up there. So when they come down here to New Zealand, it's very comfortable for them. There's Kieran Crowley, the ex-All Black, who's the assistant coach here, but the coach of the Canadian team at the Rugby World Cup. And there's the referee for this one from Fiji, James Umbalambiu.
The winner to play either South Africa or Fiji in the Cup semi-finals. And this quarter-final is underway, and it's going to be Samoa kicking off first of all, and not able to control it, Canada. And here's a real opportunity for the Samoans. Fa'asuamaleava only about 5 metres out. Wasn't a great pass, so they lost a little momentum there. Switch back to the short side. The defence from Canada is okay, but this is a very good attacking opportunity now for the Samoans. Louis, and then out it goes to Tupou. Tracked it and is able to control it with his feet. More possession for the Samoans. Moving it on. Oh no, and that's a wasted opportunity. It went forward.
Well, he was 30 metres out, and I think there was a rather slim-looking Canadian in front of him. I think he would have got there, because Alapoti Fa'asuamaleava is one of the biggest and most powerful players. There he is. He might have got a finger or something in the eye there, but I don't think they would have caught him. So that was a dropping ball, and therefore it didn't work for Samoa. But the Canadians will be, I think they'll be very pleased, Greg, to be here at the quarter-final stage. They've always played well at their level in Wellington. I remember a few years ago they beat the South Africans here. I remember the coach at the time, Rick Suggett, said it was the biggest rugby occasion he'd ever been involved in at that time, involving Canada. There was 35,000 people cheering wildly for the Canadians. It just didn't happen that often for them, either at home or abroad.
They won the Pan Am Games gold medal. So they've had some success. Looking to build on it here.
Pause! Engage!
Taylor Paris, the 19-year-old. The Markham Irish club, dive pass, and Hirayama under a lot of pressure back there. Where's the support? It arrives pretty late.
Oh, come through the gate first.
Yeah, coming in through the side, not in from the gate. Behind the hindmost last feet, and so all of a sudden it's a penalty again to Samoa in good position.
Hold.
Louis.
Sorry.
Rugby World Cup 15's representative. Made his debut in sevens at Dubai in 2006. So taking his time here. Plan move. Wali Mai. Bit of a pirouette there. And now they work it out to the left through Louis. Louis taking them on. Good tackle from Connor Trainer, who has scored 4 tries for Canada and has been very good on defence as well, the number 5. But it's still Samoa attacking. Mai, Altunga Vaea, almost intercepted. Play on as the call, and so Samoa. And they find a hole. Saliba, no, it's Louis, Lola Louis. So really, it was just a sheer weight of possession, and in the end, the Canadians couldn't hold them out. Lola Louis, the 29-year-old, scores the first try.
You wonder about this guy. He's represented Samoa at 15s and 7s at the World Cups. And my word, he had some horror injuries over the seasons. Keeps bouncing back. It's great to see him here without any bandages on. And he's a very assertive player. Not particularly quick, but in the Samoan style, powerful physique.
Move up, Red.
And really used that to his best advantage there after the nice floating pass by Alatasi Tupou. So Lola Louis goes in, chased by Connor Braid for the first try.
Yeah, Connor Braid should have done better on that as well, Keith. He showed him the sideline and should have committed himself. Lola Louis, well, he's a top-class drop goal expert as well. And something evident for me down here, Greg, is just the Samoans. They're trying to out-muscle the Canadians. You look at it, they're always turning it back into the bigger forwards, giving it to the players like Fa'au Saliva, Iono, and the other big forwards to just try and take the sting out of the Canadian forwards.
5-0 comments from sideline, Lusay. And here's the restart from Samoa. And the Canadians allowing it to bounce and tap back, and it's going to go into the in goal. So that's very sloppy from the restart by the Canadians, and well, they don't have the confidence that they were showing on day one, not yet anyway.
Well, that was a complete lack of communication there. Somebody should be shouting that time-honoured rugby call, mine, my ball. But maybe the silence was deafening.
Wind up.
There's Nanyak Dala and Connor Braid and Connor Trainer.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Hold.
Canada under the pump so far. Mai doing it out to Lavasa.
Advantage, Red.
Losing it though, so a bit of a let-off for the Canadians, and they'll get the put into the scrum. Willie Lusay, conditions rather slippery on day two because of the showers, the drizzle.
Yeah, and it seems to be on and off again as well, Greg. Earlier the rain came down, it was quite heavy at that stage. Thankfully, the breeze is actually pushing it through a lot quicker. When you saw just there with the amount of passes completed, is the reason why Samoa are ahead by 5.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Hold. Fit.
Delaparis eventually getting it in, and he's under all sorts of pressure, and then lost forward.
Well, that was untidy. It seemed to lose the grip on the ball before he even put it in. It seemed to come down, was almost stuck between his legs there for a few seconds at the put in.
Go forward. Don't go up. Okay.
Let's have a look at this at the put in here. See, oh, I see it. It was knocked away, sneaky stuff.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage. Hold.
Wally Mai having a run on his own, knocked down. Advantage being played. In fact, deliberate knockdown. So they take it quickly, and it's a clear run to the line, and crashing over in the end was Galafoti.
Lost it.
Oh my goodness. Another let off for the Canadians.
Good work there by Connor Braid in the defence. I mean, Willie suggested he could have done better when the try was scored by Louis a few moments ago. But he's done well here. Look at this. The red-headed guy, Connor Braid. Forced as well. Did he? Maybe he didn't get it on the ground.
So still Samoa 5, Canada 0.
Engage. Hold. Fit.
It's a better feed into the scrum, but again problems at the back, and this time it's going to be a try. Very costly at the back of the scrum again for the Canadians. To Louis, he has got a double.
And he'll get the double conversion too. He's the kicker right in front of the post. It's a nightmare for Tay Paris at the back. Dear me. Let's just remind you that it is pretty slippery today, and there's a light drain. It might just have trailed off now as we speak, but there's Lola Louis, all smiles. Gosh, I've seen him hobble home from some of the tournaments in a terrible state, but he's smiling now and pleased to be back and making it 12-0.
So it's all going to plan for Samoa. The Canadians just haven't had any quality ball whatsoever.
There he is, Evan Lee, and he is picked out.
First try, Louis.
You know he's in the process of doing that. The thought pattern. You can
Sneaky
see
little
it.
hand there. And then
What's this?
this is one of the other scrums
It's the Wizard of Oz, is it?
resulting in a try.
Oh, very nice. The Tin Man. Good stuff. I got a run this courtesy of Hearns. Well done, well on you guys.
Vai, não é para falhar intercepta não. Ele não vai ter tempo. O leva tempo, fica com o flash sushi. Aí leva o flat, vai lá e fica com o flat com o flash sushi. A tipo de curso, não faz. Flat vai daí uma
Stephen Beetham, the Samoan coach. He wouldn't be under as much pressure as his counterpart, Aaron John, Canada. Not on the score sheet yet. A lot of work to do.
Bluebirds fly. Dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true.
Allez. Wait.
Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble meets
Kieran Hearn about to kick off for Canada. Samoa leading by 12 points to 0. And Canada might get this back. They do through Hearn.
Advantage.
Dalla, inside ball, Trainer. Now he gets it back to Paris. Paris wrong footing them. Pops it back to Dalla. Better work by Canada. Desperate to be the first team to put points on the board in the second half. So Hearn getting it out to Hirayama, and now Connor Braid. Braid for the corner, slides in. That's a perfect start to the second half for Canada.
Connor Braid, his very first try in the IRB circuit. He's only new to the team. This is just his third tournament. The Canadians have got a very experienced side. They've got 5 15-a-side Rugby World Cup players. Now, they had a game on this field against New Zealand, got a bit of a hammering that day, but the kind of experience they've gained in playing this rugby all around the world, 15s or 7s, pays off for them. This is one of their best performances of recent times. Hirayama with the conversion.
From out wide. Not a bad attempt, but he can't add the extra 2, so it's 12 points to 5.
Yeah, perfect start, wasn't it? And from one side of the field to the other, it was dominated from the line out where they won the tap back. Lovely footwork also shown by Paris down the right-hand side.
Again, the Canadians win the restart, and they're well inside the Samoan 22. Right? Now Paris. Good support play from the number 6 Duke. Here's Braid.
Get, blue.
Still there for the Canadians. Hirayama, Trainer, pops it over to Dalla, but it was a sort of a no-look pass and never got anywhere near the man into touch. And that was sloppy from the Canadians, and they might pay here because there's a breakout by Samoa. Altangabaya back into Mai showing it. Good scrambling defence so far from the Canadians so far. Saliva. And out the back door it goes. Well, so unlike Samoa. Lavasa. And applause from the opposition. The sarcasm, I guess, from the opposition, but yeah, that was basic. Good break, Willie.
Yeah, it was, and they should have done better actually here. Wali Mai, once he got the ball, he had plenty of support with Fa'al Saliva, but that's a sign of just how much better Canada is getting. Look at the numbers that they've got behind the ball. 5 players getting back and working hard. And here's Lavasa just taking his eyes off the ball for that one moment, probably thinking of what he was going to do before he got it.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Hold.
Paris with the put in. And again, he makes a mess of it at the back.
Okay. Number 1 blue sub.
Got a sub coming on for Samoa as well. Alafoti Saliva.
Taylor Paris, he came to Wellington a couple of years ago when he was 17, the youngest ever sevens player Canada's ever had. Came onto the field, touched the ball and ran about 30 yards to score and got away to a great start. But he's having a tough one on the same ground. A few years later here, you might whisper in behind your hand and say he's having a bit of a shocker.
Pause. Engage. Hold. Set.
They are under pressure at scrum time. Yeah, Samoa.
Play on.
Play on. Now it's lost forward by Yosepo. And here is Hearn for Canada.
That's it. That's it. Vantage over.
Dala. Beat one. The support is there from Duke. He's got some toe, Duke, but pulled down from behind by Yosepo. Dala. Playing much better sevens rugby in the second half. Canada, his trainer. But now they cough it up. Sally was there to claim it for Samoa, but they give away a penalty to Samoans. So they lead by 7. A little over 2 minutes remaining. I just get the feeling that Canada are right in this one.
Yes, if they were to score a 7-pointer, just a reminder that it goes to, if the game was tied up, there would be sudden death extra time. So they've got an awful lot to play for. They only have to get to 12 to force themselves a real good chance if it does end in a draw.
Advantage being played there for a high shot.
Yellow card here. Yeah, hand in pocket.
So, Alatasi football. We won't see him again. He's in the bin, and Samoa are going to have to play
Time off. Still time off.
the remainder of the match. A man down. Just got his timing wrong on that occasion.
Thank you. Hold on, wait.
So rain continues to fall here in Wellington. Cup quarter final in the balance. Duke with the foot on the gas, but just didn't have enough to get through that
Still
gap.
moving.
Still there for Canada. Here's Dala, who's been impressive. Paris trying to get on the outside and having a crack for the corner. Oh, and then loses it. Oh, that's been the story of his match so far.
Thanks, Max. Any
Got
sound?
a feel for him. He did everything
Okay,
right
time
here.
off.
Trying to have a little moment of redemption for a few fumbles earlier on. And it's difficult to see the spray of the water off the grass. It's pretty wet down there. The drizzle is accumulating on the top of the field. Difficult conditions, and so the ball slipped away from Paris that time.
Wind up. Wait for Mark here. Just leave him
Off
for a
of
while.
Masanga.
Okay, coach.
Put the ball into this scrum. Samoa,
Touch.
a man down,
Pause.
but they're up by 7
Engage.
points. Winner to play South Africa or Fiji in the Cup semi-finals, and another big shove, this time coming from the Canadians,
Scrum.
and they are going to earn the put-in.
They needed to show some patience there, Keith. I thought that, Taylor did the right thing, but had they held possession, they would have
Overhead.
scored
Wait for the ball.
on that occasion. Remember, Samoa are down to 6.
Yes, indeed, and here's their chance now. They're still on. They've
for
only
a while.
got 2 in the backs, as you see, and a big lineup for Canada. This is the one that's the moment for them to tie the game up, but they've got to get it close for the difficult conversions today.
This time they finally get the ball cleanly away from the scrum, and Hassler gets it out to Duke. They won't stop him. He needs to run it around. No, they made the tackle and kept him out wide. Now, will they forego the conversion attempt, or will they have a crack, knowing that they will be restarting?
Okay.
It's a difficult conversion attempt. Another look at it here, Keith. And you've got to like Duke. He's got some pace.
Yeah, he's a big part of their attacking thrust. They're going to have the shot for goal, so this is the critical moment. There's the siren gone. I don't think they'd go back to halfway, so it looks like it's going to be in the hands of, well, one of the most experienced players, if they're not their most experienced player, Nate Hirayama, from a very good rugby family back in Canada. His dad was a good sevens player, and that's the job he has. It'll be a difficult kick in with a slippery ball. He's got to land it to tie the game up and push it to extra time.
Nate Hirayama to send us to extra time. It's all concentration. It's over! Well, he had a kick just to the side of the post yesterday in the pool game against Australia to earn a draw, and he missed it. So all of a sudden, he kept the concentration going, kept well over the ball, and landed the conversion to send us to 12 all.
Well, if that wasn't enough for Canada in terms of pressure for Hirayama, it's a lovely kick. Now there's some of these guys are well-seasoned touring professional players. Here is the conversion from the other side of the field. Look how sweetly it went right down the pipe, and a signal to the staff and the fans in the stand. But now the pressure is on the Canadians to score again first. They've never been in a sevens, IRB sevens semi-final. But remember, this is the team that won the Pan Am Games in Guadalajara in Mexico. So they know how to win in the crunchy stuff. There was a USA playing in that tournament, Argentina, and so on. So they know how to win pressure games. Pressure was really on Hirayama there, and he delivered. So remember, this is at 5 minutes each way periods of play now, but as soon as somebody scores, they head to the showers, the game is over. So sudden death, point scoring, however which way you do it, drop kick, penalty or try.
Next team to score in extra time is through to the semi-finals of the Cup competition. The loser will go into the plate, and Dala, fortunately for him, the ball went backwards as he fumbled it.
7 against 7, Greg. Just a reminder, the Samoan player, Yosefo, is off the bench.
They don't want to have a shot at goal. They'll put it through the hands. That was backwards, but they were not back 10 metres. Now, what do they do here? Do they have a shot here, Keith?
I've seen it done in the past, but yeah, they're going to have a shot,
Sorry,
are they?
Captain?
Yeah, well, he's the perfect guy to have the shot in this situation. I've seen him do it almost on that angle against New Zealand a couple of years ago, Lola Louis. Crowd is booing, but hold the phone, because this is how you win in this situation.
You've got to stand still, stand still.
No hesitation on that occasion. Once the referee moved the penalty another 10 metres closer to the try line. This for a spot in the semi-final. It's over, and so Samoa win it by 15 points to 12. Congratulations to them. They are through to the semi-finals of the Cup competition. Commiserations, Canada. Wonderful performance by the Canadians, but they couldn't quite make their first ever semi.
And all 15 points scored by Lola Louis, the crafty veteran, with a great strike there, sending it through to win the game. Big disappointment for Canada, and Samoa march on.
Who will they play? We'll soon find out, because next up we've got South Africa playing Fiji. The winner to play Samoa, and that'll be a great contest. Now, let's go to Willie Lossay.
And Stephen, that's probably just what you need in a quarterfinal.
Yeah, it's a big wake-up call. I think after New Zealand last night, we had a few things to work on, and this game against Canada wasn't any different.
So this Canadian side, they seem to be improving all the time.
Yes, well, they're hard to beat now. They beat us the first leg, and, you know, the boys got up today, and, you know, we were lucky to get away with a win today.
Any preference? Would you rather play Fiji or South Africa in the semi?
At this stage, doesn't really matter. Canada put up a good fight, and, you know, whoever comes up, we just have to take it on the chin and keep going.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, bud.